Hello everybody, Silver Metal here, and I bet this was not the video that you were expecting to watch today. We'll be ranking the best and, well, average songs. There's no bad songs in this soundtrack. I mean, it's literally perfection. If you have a favorite song that's in this ranking that's kinda low, or like a song that you don't really like that much is pretty high, then, well, don't let me stop you from enjoying the songs how you want to enjoy them. Alright, and today, as the title implies, it's time to talk about Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI, to me, was a great experience that I personally loved from start to finish. I finished the game recently and I am in love with its story, its characters, and every single one of its moments. And especially its soundtrack. I might make a hot take, but I think FF6 has the best soundtrack out of any Final Fantasy game that I've ever listened to. But if you have a favorite soundtrack like FF7's or FF8's, then don't let me stop you from enjoying the soundtracks that you like. Heck, share down in the comments with me of like the top songs that you like to listen to in the Final Fantasy soundtrack. If you ever like watch this whole entire thing first, but you don't have to. Regardless, let's get on to the ranking and review every single song within this game's Pixel Remastered OST. I'll give either a brief or in-depth review about a particular type of remastered song that probably changed for the better or for the worst. And I'll give brief synopses towards the fanfares, the instruments, as well as the types of mood that it's going for within the place of its story. I am not, by all means, a musician, so I hope that my ranking is more so subjective instead of like an objective fact, since this is just my opinion. I'm mainly focusing on the story of these songs and how they play into the characters' emotions and story beats. I'm going to be comparing this soundtrack to the original soundtrack in terms of how it goes and what instruments are used, and it's not really a big deal, and it doesn't devalue the Pixel Remaster's soundtrack. But keep in mind that I will be doing that in a lot of occasions, so bear with me. Type down in the comments below to whichever Final Fantasy song that you really like in the entirety of the series, and, well, let's get on with it, shall we? Alright, let's get started. Oh, Strago. Old Man Strago's theme. I honestly, as much as I think that Strago was a pretty okay character in the game, I personally think that he had the short end of the stick when it came to the motifs of the characters. And the instrumentals in the new version are kinda lacking as well, not gonna lie. I feel as if that it's fitting for the character ultimately, but I felt like that they didn't use more instruments other than like 2 or 3. It's not bad, but it's not technically great either due to the song being a bit too slow. I guess because he's an old man and he wants to get his prunes. Yep, definitely gonna eat his prunes. I don't know what I'm saying, but I feel like another instrument other than a flute might have done him more justice, to be honest. Alright, 6 out of 10. Number 53. It says, as much as I like the tropical and natural aesthetic of this song, I feel as if that it repeats a little bit too often. But it makes sense. Makes sense. As it, I think, out of all the themes, this does kinda not really fit the game with its own consistency and whatnot. But I don't hate this song. And I don't think that it's bad either. I absolutely love how this song is intertwined with the lighthearted moments where basically the characters basically talk to each other and banter with each other. It gives a lot of world building, and it gives a lot of development in that case. It fits in those lighthearted moments, and it makes sense on why it shows up with most of the talking scenes and stuff. This is a certified 6 out of 10. 6.5? Actually, yeah, scratch that, 6.5. Number 52, Umuro's theme. I am putting this here because I don't think that it's an outstanding theme or a bad theme. I love the instrumentation that's being used here, since it fits with Umuro's beast-like character. It's just a theme that I just have no strong feelings whatsoever. 6.5 out of 10. The dungeon to find Umuro, however, is a different story. God, the dungeon... man, it stunk. Number 51, Marakuri Mansion. I love Marakuri Mansion. Probably my favorite section in the entire game, to be honest. But I've always had this issue with it where the music just felt a bit too repetitive. I don't know if that's just me, but it's sadly not really one of my favorite tracks in the game. But still, it's not a bad song. Not at all. I love me some pipe organs. Yeah! I love pipe organs. Other than that, the rest of the composition is a little bit too repetitive, and in turn it makes the overall song a bit too short to appreciate. But I love how it fits into the aesthetic of the mansion, and I think it makes you very curious as to what you need to do in this mansion and discover which paintings, sets, and which paintings are right and real and not ghost-like. Don't talk back to the artwork, though. They will summon other ghosts to kill you. 7 out of 10. Number 50 is Slam Shuffle. Zozo was a very hard place to get through, in my opinion. But this theme, I didn't expect that this theme would fit a techno aesthetic. If only I can hear it without screaming about my party members getting KO'd after Colossus kills 2 of them with a frickin' earthquake. Overall, still a pretty good song. 8 out of 10. Number 49, the Chocobo theme, or the Techno theme in the Japanese version. This might be the most weirdest song in the game, and Gogo's theme exists. Why does this theme have more synth than Strago's theme? I don't understand. It's pretty nice. 7 out of 10. but it does sound a bit more techno than synth at times. To me, the original is a bit better, maybe? But I can't tell whether or not it fits as a chocobo theme. But I'll take what I can get. Number 48, Realms theme. I have fairly mixed feelings about this track. On the one hand, I love the usage of flutes in order to signify the upsetting past that she and Strago had and went through, also foreshadowing Shadow's theme as well. But at the exact same time, I don't think that it has anything too much going for it other than that. It's kind of hard to explain, but it has these segments here, but it doesn't really feel like a complete song at times. But hey, I like how mysterious it is, and overall it's probably one of the catchiest character themes that I've ever listened to. All around it's really, really good. 7 out of 10. Number 47, Spinach Rack. This makes me want to hop around and dance around my room until the world gets frickin' destroyed. This song is such a great way to introduce us to the opera house, and I love how it makes you feel good about yourself with the piano and the old western vibe that it fits in the place. 1800s, cowboy shooty, gun guy, McCree. It's high noon, y'all, show. I am hilarious. No, I'm not. 8 out of 10. And we have a special guest for this little video of mine. Let's see what she thinks about Spinach Rack. Take it away, Nina.
Hello, I'm PsychoSinked, and I have little to no experience with Final Fantasy, but I love video game soundtracks, so I'm gonna put my 2 cents as an outsider. I'm not a musician, nor do I know anything about music theory. I'm just gonna say why I like the songs I chose. Oh, and I also have no context, so I'm going in blind. I took a look at the collection of music and chose 2 songs that piqued my interest. Spinach Rag, because I found the song name to be really funny, and Searching for Friends because it's genuinely a really good sounding song. Spinach Rag is a general classic ragtime theme, a genre that was made popular during the 1890s and early 1900s in the Old West of America. The lighthearted and bouncy piano gives a feeling of simpler times, and also a very comical atmosphere. Usually ragtime is used for more funnier scenarios and stories, and for what it's going for, I say it does a good job.
Number 46, Mog's theme. You know, it's mostly a lighthearted song, but it fits the orchestral synth that the game is going for. And overall, I love how it makes your head bop with every beat drop. And wow, is that a trombone and a timbrine? That's a nice timbrine. I like how both the timbrine and the synths clash together in this one. It's really fitting. 7 out of 10. Number 45, Mount Colts. I feel like the original is better, but I can't tell if it's the SNES soundbite or not. But I think the original one is more grandiose, more like a mountain? Feels like a mountain? I don't know how a mountain feels. But the remastered version feels like that it's a river theme instead of a mountain theme. Because, I don't know, it just feels kind of a bit generic. 6.5 out of 10. Still better than Strago's theme, though. Make that a 7 out of 10. Number 44, Metamorphose. Oh yeah, now we're getting onto some great music now. This is a climactic theme that transcends other climactic themes. This is such an amazing theme that it has a banging guitar instead of that weird note that plays in the end of the song in the original. I just kinda wish that it was more in line with the techno aesthetic with the other songs later up this list. and the other climactic themes that do have these techno aesthetics, so still, it's a really great song. 8 out of 10. The Veld. To me, the Veld felt like a very out-of-place song in this game. I say this because even in the remaster, and to an extent the original, it does feel out of place at times. But regardless, I do love me some gosh darn drums. I don't think it actually detracts from the game at all. It mostly is otherworldly to me, which means that it gives off a feeling that you're not supposed to belong here. And technically you can find the strongest monsters in this area. And the same thing can be said once you travel in the world of Ruin. Also, finding Gal was a pain, but he'll be the least of your worries once you feed him dried meat, and then once he's in your party, you're just gonna spam his learned magic specials over and over again to Behemoth and Zagrets all the way. All the way. 7.5 out of 10. Number 42, Forever Rachel. Wow, I love this song. I personally love the flute and the somber tone of this piece. It's such a great song, man. I'm just upset to put it here because it's just too short. And it appears rarely throughout the game. Really wish that this appeared more throughout the game, but I understand, since this is more of Locke's and his friend's theme. Rachel is such a driving force in Locke's story that it really just envelops into a powerful melody that really describes Locke's trauma as well as his loss. It's very powerful, and I wish that it played more often. But in a way, that's also kind of beautiful too, since, well, it's very special, you know? 8 out of 10. Number 41, Under Martial Law, or, in this case, the town theme. It's probably the most foreboding and most ominous town theme in the game, and Narsh's theme exists. Regardless, I think this is a great theme for the town of Marshall since, well, it feels like a small low-tone scale adventure is just taking place regardless if you pass by the town with your dash shoes and heal up your team. I also really like the instrumentation in this, and it is oddly eerie for a town theme as well, which it certainly did get under my metal skin, so it's a really good song. 7 out of 10. The World of Ruin, aka the Deaf World. Man, this theme just gives me chills. Absolutely chills. Like, you got brown seas, a destroyed world, ended civilizations. What more can you ask for? I've seen other scary sounding themes before, but you never know what will happen to you if you just, well, listen to this while playing by itself. And just, man, I love the usage of the pipe organs as well as the dystopian atmosphere to signify a change in the story. And I think it's really telling that a lot of people remember this game for this moment where everything is just lost. And that's something really special. Number 39, The Returners / Rebel Molecule. I like the setup, I love the marching aesthetic, and of course I love the symbolism of the Empire and the Rebels and how contrasting they are. But I think that it's the enhanced in the remaster, mainly because, but ultimately I think that the remaster's new remix version of this track is kind of better due to the use of the drums. It's not as good and smooth as Searching for Friends, but it's way better than Mog's and Realm's theme because it signifies the desperate struggle of the characters and how they have no choice but to travel down the river and get away from the Empire. I love the trumpets, and trumpets in this remaster will become a recurring thing as the video goes on, so 8 out of 10. Number 38. The troops march on. Sensing some heavy Star Wars vibes from this tune. Sadly not as iconic as Star Wars' Imperial March, but that's not a detriment to the song entirely. Since it's a really genuinely really good song, this is how a march should sound like in a game, remastered or not. This is one of the best ways to convey how mighty and powerful the Gastral army and empire truly are, and you know just for a fact that Kefka, or the Emperor himself, is right around the corner whenever this theme plays. I especially really like how this ties into the army and how little it's revealed, because whenever the army comes up, you know that it's a bad time. And in that regard, I kinda wish that it was a more looming threat in occasions here and there, but I think that it's well paced. 7.5 out of 10. Number 37. Johnny C. Bad / the pub theme. Holy this is like Spinach Rack but more faster and upbeat. I absolutely love how the pianist is literally spazzing out and playing the keys like a madman. I also love how this ties to Spinach Rack by basically having the same tune as the melody, and it has a brand new guitar solo in it as well. I love the slow burn and the solo riffs that it also has as well. It has such a catchy rhythm in it, and it would just make you remember it as it just plays over your head over and over again. I can't get it out of my head. 7.5 out of 10. Number 36. Searching for Friends. Now here's the definitive overworld theme. I absolutely love the flutes, the trumpets, and pretty much everything that this song encapsulates. It really just goes to show that you're on an adventure, and this song represents you going forward in that adventure and not giving up. Absolutely love it. It's probably the most common theme that you will be hearing when a pivotal moment happens, and I really like that too. Man, such a wonderful theme all around. 8 out of 10.
Searching for Friends is definitely a song that I felt nostalgic about. The flute and soft guitars in the background paint a clear picture of the afternoon sky as our main heroes look onto the horizon waiting for a better tomorrow. As someone who's grown up with hearing flutes and acoustic guitar a lot because of their Asian heritage, it definitely made me think back on those old cartoons and stories I grew up with the main cast going on a grand and eventful adventure. Considering that Final Fantasy is an RPG genre, you know that it's going to have an adventure waiting for you. Overall, from the samples I listened to, the soundtrack is pretty good. Nothing else that I have to really comment about.
Number 35. Shadows theme. This song, along with the original, is very funny to me because both tracks are literally the same. Honestly, I'm glad that they're the same because this theme is way better than Realm's theme, kind of, as well as Strago's theme because it feels more like the personality of Shadow is exposed in this series of whistles and guitar strings. It's not my personal favorite, however, because it doesn't really fit the character that much. Because it's so simple? Maybe, but I like it well enough. So, totally not a bad song by any means. If it's him in a few aspects in the second half, before he became a ninja, I don't know how to describe it, but it's still really good. 8 out of 10. Number 34. Protect the Espers. Protect and fight against Kefka at all costs. Defy the odds. Resist the overlords and the Empire now. Instant 8 out of 10. The synth here and the trumpets go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly, as well as the violins and the surprising French horns and trombones too. Oh my god, they all just work really well together. This song made me realize that synths go hand in hand with other music, if done well. It's so good and impactful that even Terra's theme and the Final Fantasy theme play in here as well. Oh no. Number 33. Daiden Yen. Oh no. Is he gone? Is he here? Okay, good. Ultros isn't barging into my house. People really like to barge into my house for some odd reason. Anyways, the drums are back and are at full force. The sheer amount of fast-paced action that's going on here is amazing. I could definitely see why this was mostly used for time sections, or even the prelude to boss battles, or even just Ultros' fight. Man, Ultros is such a freaking funny character in this game, man. Like, he really, really is. If he isn't fighting against your team and absolutely cheating. Alright, 8 out of 10. Number 32, Fanatics. This song made my non-existent pants very, very much don't ask. I fully believe that this song made a lot of children very scared in their beds late at night while playing their SNES, and the synth in here is almost its darkest portrayal of how people will stoop to praying and becoming a slave to Kefka in order to survive the world of ruin. It's very scary on Square's part, and makes the remake makes it even more scary. Man, I just wish that it had more like the original synth and the soundbite, to be honest. That SNES soundbite, it does sound a bit crunchy, but god dang is it foreboding. 7.9 out of 10. Possibly an 8 out of 10. If I set my mind. Number 31. The Magic Research Institute. I love this piece. I love how the techno and synth nature of this song are really persistent in this in order to showcase how evil and how terrible the Gestalt Empire is. I love it so much. It really has that droning and repetitive nature that really goes to home on how industrialized this whole institute is via it being able to suck the magic out of the world and replace it with inferior technological magic instead. Although I kind of prefer the original. I don't know why, but the remaster is a really good song and I love the techno parts to it. But the original soundbite is kind of better. I don't know, that's just me. Still though, both are really great songs, and it's really, really nice to listen to and get a chill down your spine. I love it. 8 out of 10. Number 30, The Esper World. Come on. You can't go wrong with such a smooth and mysterious sounding theme. This really is the most alien theme in the game, and I really think that it's probably one of the most whimsical alien themes that I've ever heard. I love that there's so few instruments in here, and It's all around a really deep and really, well, subtly grandiose song. And my goodness, the espers, it just fit the espers so much. It just fits them. 7 out of 10. Number 29, Go-Go's theme. I absolutely love the beginning. The rest of the theme is not as great, but it's still good, however. Go-Go is a pretty interesting and optional character to me. Personally, he didn't have enough screen time to really give me a straightforward personality, since all that he is just, I guess a guest character / reference to another Final Fantasy game's enemies, I think. I forgot which specific Final Fantasy game, but there you go. But this theme stands out as one of the most mysterious and out there themes in the game. It's really nice to listen to during a parade. Just slap it in a speaker, turn it on during a parade, but don't mess with your neighbors. That's just rude. 7 out of 10. Number 28, The Phantom Forest and Train. Wow, what an awesome piece of What? Oh, Sabin? Okay, how did you get into my... Are you just gonna stand there? Okay. I love the Phantom Forest's theme, like to its visuals, and even to its music. I really love how immaculate the pixel art is in this section, and it's probably my most revisited section in the game. I just sometimes go into the Phantom Forest and just look around, just for fun. And the theme is really cool too. This theme plays once in the entirety of the game, which I find really special, because it gives the train a bit of its own personality in that regard, and I can really commend it for that. I love the added lyrics into the intro of this song, and I really like how it's very mysterious, yet very ephemeral in a way, where you can tell that this is a possessed forest, but it doesn't really come across as that until you get to the Phantom Train, and the Phantom Train gets better. I love how this theme really oozes, like how it feels to really go into a train. Very cliche statement, I know, but I just can't underestimate it. It's just one of the most bombastic themes in the game, and it's probably my most favorite train type theme that I've ever heard. I don't know if that's a statement or word, but I don't care, it's really fun. It just comes across as just how momentous that this is in the game, seemingly out of nowhere. And wait, what? Sabin? Wait, Sabin, what are you doing? Sabin, no! Ow. I think I broke something. Number 27, Gao's theme. Aww, I like his theme a lot. This brings out the curious nature side of Gao, and it gives you a sense of what is to come in the world and life in front of you in general. I love the flute? Is that a flute I'm hearing right now? I think. I don't know what type of flute that particular instrument is, unless it's not a flute, but it makes its own solo and it really shines. Beautiful. All around beautiful. 8 out of 10. Number 26, the Airship Blackjack. Now this, in my opinion, is Setzer's theme. I love how this theme has a lot in common with Searching for Friends, in a way. I think that the ordinary theme for Setzer is really good, but a lot of the themes like the Blackjack, and as well as, I guess, Strago's in a way, don't really have enough synth. But overall, I love the free living and relaxing nature that this song exudes while you ride through the overworld. 8 out of 10, baby. Oh boy, one of my personal favorites. Number 25, The Great Destruction / Catastrophe. How couldn't I have known? It was the clown all along. It was always the clown. I love how this song sets up Dancing Mad and Kefka in general. The only thing that I don't like about it is that at some parts, I kind of like the original in some parts, and I kind of like this better than the original, you know what I mean? It has a balance of light and dark subject matter within the song, and well, I think that's very fitting due to Kefka's nature and whatnot. I love the Pixel Remastered theme for it trying to be Dancing Mad as well, but I feel like that it was a bit too revealing after you've played through the entire game the first time, but I feel like that was the point, so... Actually, yeah, in hindsight, foreshadowing is way better. Song is great as overall. It's really, really great overall. And I really like the foreshadowing a lot. 8 out of 10. Number 24, The Floating Continent. Wow, I absolutely love the drums in this song, but everything else is kind of a downgrade compared to the original in my opinion. I feel like that the Pixel Remaster kind of muddles the griminess and the power from the original track. But at the start of the song in the original, I felt like that it was much more memorable because when I first went into it, I was just shocked. I was floored on how echoey and how powerful it sounded. So I'm just shocked that in the remaster there wasn't any techno, even though there clearly was in the original soundtrack. So why would they put the techno like aesthetic in a Chocobo theme out of all songs, if that was the case? Regardless. I love this track, remaster and original, even if it has a bit of it's a bit of a downgrade, because you can faintly hear a little bit of techno in the remaster, but it's just hard to hear with that part sometimes. I still like it. 7 out of 10. Number 23, Children Around the Corner. Town themes. Town themes. Town themes. Oh, how I love town themes. This outbeats the original in so many ways in my opinion, and the original was already good to begin with. The bite in the original felt like it was trying to play it underwater a bit, which is a good example of the original being a bit muddled with the songs at times, especially in some parts of Dancing Mad. But I absolutely love the remaster, man. Oh my goodness, when it came out, when I first heard the remastered town theme, man, you can instantly feel the humble nature and serene of Mobliz. It's just so... it's so good. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I also love everything that has to do with flutes and the... Number 22, Setzer's theme. This theme. Wow, this theme. Oh my god. I love the consistent choir and orchestral renditions of the song. The industrial and synth natures just derived from the original game, clearly. And this theme is no exception. It's a fairly good redemption of his theme, but I just wish that the song that was used more in the... And I also wish that the synth was kind of throughout the theme. It's still a good rendition otherwise. I have no complaints with this song, definitely. 7.5 out of 10. Number 21, Wedding Waltz. No 1 or 2, but 4 phases? I'll talk about the other phases soon. But man, the symphonic orchestra in this one is just a lot more energetic than those other 3. 17 blissful minutes of heavenly music? Heck yeah. 8 out of 10. This is probably the most climactic, symphonic, and very, very energetic song out of the entire phase of this whole opera scene in general. I love the fact that the language changes as well, to in the regional settings. So, yeah. I'll talk more about the remastered opera scene, but I really like it. Number 20, Awakening. I absolutely love the somber yet calming tone of the piano here, and if you have to save a piano, then you have to definitely save it for soft and relaxing moments in most media, or you'll pull a Sonic and slap butter in your fingers. Anyways, I kid. I love the use of the Final Fantasy motif yet again, and I think that this is the most recognizable Final Fantasy VI song other than Terra's theme, or even Dancing Mad. As much as I love the synths, I can see why light songs like these don't get, or even need, a synth, really. Because it might be a little bit of a hindrance to the overall tone of the song, since it's not upbeat and action-based. It's also catchy. Really catchy. 8 out of 10. Good night. Save points. How I love save points, and the sweet, comforting feeling of a bed. I have no complaints. 9 out of 10. Number 18, Mage Kefka's theme. Oh man, just like the other character themes, the main antagonist is here, and he does not disappoint. He has a very bombastic and I am better than you type of motif going on for him. This theme is great sense of character for Kefka in my opinion, and I absolutely love how wacky and weird this is, since it's in tone and in line for Kefka as a character and whatnot. I love it. Great. It's really great. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Number 17, the Gastral Empire theme. As much as I like the ominous tone of the Awakening theme, this is just like that, but fun fact, but in an opposite tone. You are determined to come here, and when this song hits, you just know that these are the bad guys. The bad guys of the game, to be exact. I love the bells. I love the synths, and I like how the main theme for this game is a leitmotif within this song. I absolutely love how the instruments are just playing weird sounds in this as well. And I really like the trumpets. It just falls in lines with the Gastral Empire and trumpets. You can't have them without trumpets. But it's way too monotone compared to the original, in my opinion. Ugh. That's the only complaint that I have, really, with the remastered song, to be honest. 8 out of 10. Number 16, The Unforgivable Person, and the boss fight with Ultima weapon, or Atmo weapon. I always get confused by the names of these. Anyways, this boss fight is really well done. I really like the music in the remaster, and I really like the original as well, but I feel like the original was a lot more suspenseful than the remaster. Mostly because I feel as if that it had that slight scare factor. Meanwhile, the remaster is much more climactic, and I felt like that the scare factor should have worked in this case. As for Unforgivable Person, I absolutely love the tension and the way that the drums go off of the beat of the synths. And it's even more crispier, and it kind of sounds a lot similar to the original that I thought, now listening back. I love it. I love it. It really goes to show how the situation is going dire in the game. And I absolutely love the notes slowly rising up and then going back down. I can't really describe it, the notes, too much, but I can just tell that it's really good. 9 out of 10. Love it. Number 15. Okay, you get the drill, The Victory Fanfare. The original and the remastered theme. Trumpet and trombones go burr. But in all seriousness, this is how you remaster a fanfare theme. And of course, it's iconic for one simple reason. It's a sigh of relief from all of your party members after you almost died by the hands of a gosh darn dragon / dinosaur that uses Ultima on you over and over again, even though you just revived your friggin' teammates in order to... I hate dinosaurs in this game. Anyways, 8 out of 10. Number 14. The battle theme. Oh, yeah, this is my jam in the remaster. This is the most catchiest and uplifting battle themes in any Final Fantasy game, in my opinion. I just love how the trumpets are used, like in the original, and I love how the synth boards are here. Finally, an actual proper synthy theme throughout the game that you can listen to. It's great, well timed, and I take that up for half the song compliments of the trumpets really well. It's just the trumpets just really complement the synths really well, and especially the techno. 8 out of 10. Number 12. The Overworld / Terra's theme. A lovely piece that oozes with so much flutes that I thought that it only had flutes playing in the song a couple of times. But there are a few drums in there. I can faintly hear them, but they're still there. You're still aided in there clearly to make the song feel more calming with a hint of adventure in the second half. 8 out of 10. Wow. That I just realized that the last part of the song really foreshadows the World of Ruin. Dang. Number 11. The Mines of Narshe. This is a very powerful piece of music that really brings out the cold and industrial nature of Narshe. I absolutely love the violins in this piece, and I absolutely love how it's a really outstanding prologue, the story, and the start of your adventure, really. And I also, if I'm correct, I can hear a keyboard in there as well in the remaster. It's probably just me. I don't know if it is in there or not, but it's still a good song. Still a really good song. 8 out of 10. Oh boy, the top 10. We're almost finished. Number 10. Omen. I think that this is the definitive way to set up the start of any game. I still love the organ pipes just ooze with a threatening personality, along with the insane vocals. I will never forget this opening. I will never forget how foreboding, how dark, and how menacing that this theme is. It's just so cool, man. I love pipe organs so much. 8 out of 10. Number 9. Reborn Again. Or, in this case, the prelude theme. I think I have something in my eye. I can't believe that this is one of those songs that almost made me cry. And it's really special because it just... I don't know how to describe it, but honestly, both the prelude theme and Reborn Again deserve to be on the 9th spot, and I appreciate that the Final Fantasy theme is also incorporated into the song really naturally. Such a great ending theme for a beautiful, beautiful, and very timeless game, in my opinion. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Number 8. Edgar and Sabin's theme. This is oozing with personality. I love the trumpets and the percussion. It's just going so crazy. The sheer magnitude of the trumpets especially. I just want to highlight how powerful they are in this piece. It's so cool. Like, you can definitely tell who is royal and who's not. Sorry, Sabin. Anyways, I love this song. It's really, really good, and my goodness, it's probably one of the most memorable pieces in the entirety of Final Fantasy VI, man. 9 out of 10. I also love the fact that you understand who Edgar is by just listening to this piece. Ah, so good. Coin of Destiny. There's something in my eye. There's something in my optics. Wow, this theme is emotional. I love the subtle ties to Sabin and Edgar's character development, as well as their relationship and how it develops throughout the entire game. It just makes me feel things that I never felt before, and I love the fact that the flutes and even the bombastic nature in the end just signifies that, well, they're in a better place now. And God, it just envelops into a melody where it just makes you want to cry, man. It just hits so much, and I can't fully describe, I just can't describe it, man. 8 out of 10. Number 6. Science theme. Whimsical, mysterious, and sexy. I think that this theme has such a great personality to show off from Cyan. because he's a very tragic, centered character that really just gets to show you and what he went through and stuff. And I find that really interesting because of a character like Cyan, it just really hammers in home that he's a very tragic character. And I really like that about Cyan, in my opinion. He's a really interesting character because of his tragic family being gone for so long and being killed in a war that he couldn't be able to protect. It fits. It fits a lot for him, and I love the samurai aesthetic that the remaster gave him. And I just thought that it was very fitting, and it's pretty catchy to listen to too. 9 out of 10. Number 5. Heading to the top 5. Here we go. A decisive battle. I'm not even gonna speak just now. I'm not gonna speak right away. Listen to it. Just listen to it. Best boss battle theme remake ever. I absolutely love how they didn't have to go this hard on a brilliant piece of a track in the original, but god dang, it's probably one of the most climactic tracks throughout the entire flippin' game. The synths are there, it's like every instrument under the sun is this freaking track. It's probably one of the most upbeat and action-packed tracks throughout the entire game. I absolutely love the violins paired with the synths in this remaster, and I also really like how they use techno incorporated with the synths too, and then the violins complement the techno. Oh, it's so good, and I love it. This is amazing. It's so good. It's so good. I could talk all day and night about this track alone. It's that good. 9 out of 10. Really, masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. Number 4. The Overture. The first one to be exact. This is going to be the start of an amazing song. I just know it. I love the added vocals just like in the original, and I am so glad that there are multiple languages in this piece to really give off such an emotional impact. I just love how the environment at this point changes to suit the man singing, and I absolutely love everything about the Japanese lyrics and the English lyrics. 9 out of 10. The flutes are the MVPs in this game, man. Dang. Blah. You people make me sick. You all sound like lines from a self-help book. If that's how it's going to be, then I'll snuff them all out. I'll snuff them all out. Every last one of your sickening, happy little reasons for living.
Kefka, stop!
I wield the greatest power in existence. You may as well be the dirt at the bottom of my boots, or the dirt stuck to the bottom of that dirt. I'll destroy everything. I'll create my own empire of death.
You can't destroy everything. People always have dreams.
No, no, no! When I'm through, there won't be anything left to dream about! No, Kefka. We won't let you hurt any more people. But what fun is destruction if no precious lives are lost?
It ends here, Kefka.
Face your final judgment. Life, dreams, hope, where do they come from? Where do they go? Such meaningless things. I'll destroy them all! Number 3. Dancing Mad. All phases. What can I possibly say that's not already been remixed, talked about, and reviewed before? Dancing Mad, in my personal opinion, is a masterpiece of music. And a little hot take, but I think this is way better than One-Winged Angel. Yeah, I know. Grab your pitchforks. Scrutiny, you are saying. I'm dead serious. One-Winged Angel is a great song, don't get me wrong. But this song? I don't know. This song, I feel, is more grandiose and more personal than One-Winged Angel. And One-Winged Angel already has its own thing going for it. And wait, how long is Dancing Mad actually? Oh my god, 17 minutes! Oh my god. This song surpasses so many limits within it, and when I went through the original Final Fantasy VI and beat the final boss, I was just simply blown away by the original song that I just kept repeating to myself that this was coming from an SNES. And in the Pixel remaster, it sounds even more better. It's so much more crisper, and it has new vocals for each region, and it's probably one of my personal favorite remixes of a boss theme and remasters of a boss theme that I've ever heard, man. It's great. It's great. It's right up there with the grand finale in Bowser's Inside Story. This song truly is Nobuo Uematsu's magnum opus. It really, really is, man. Props to him and his team for creating the entire soundtrack to this game, and the team that remastered the soundtrack for the Pixel remaster. Number 2. Ara Maria. Out of all the team's hardships, out of all the light-hearted moments in this game, out of the many trials and tribulations, this moment right here will always hold a special place in my heart. The HD remaster of the opera scene. The vocals are clear and concise, and the music, especially those flutes and those magnificent trumpets. This song really encapsulates why I love Celeste as a character. The use of the opera is visually striking, and it even still makes me cry when I just watch this scene in awe. Made me cry in the original, man. I love this song. And I love this moment. And I can safely say that the Pixel Remaster really boosted it by interplaying Celeste's theme a little bit in this as well. Since Omen is the main melody, it just fits so much. This is quite possibly the best possible version of this scene. I want to number 1. And finally, number 1, Celeste's theme. Celeste's theme is just so powerful. It deserves to be on the top spot, not only because Celeste is my favorite character, but because it represents her struggles, her will to survive, and her darkest moments in a somber and very, very uncomfortable world. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just really good. I do wish that it was a little bit higher, like in the original, but other than that, it's near perfection. This has the same melody as Ara Maria, and it's very fitting because Celeste is a very complicated character, and it just makes you really feel bad for her, man. It has the same feel as Sabin and Edgar's theme, and it's just so good. I love the flutes so much, and I really like how you only really need one flute to really understand how powerful this piece is. But other than that, Celeste's theme takes the #1 spot in this ranking. That's not to say that the other themes and songs in this game are bad because this theme is good. In my eyes, the ranking kinda does matter in a sense where they're all equally great. None of these pieces are bad. None of them. This whole game's soundtrack is just beyond perfection. 10 out of 10. One of the best Final Fantasy soundtracks of all time. Thank you all so much for 400 subscribers. And thank you all for watching me till my 100th video. What a journey. If you like this video, then, well, share it with me. Share it with the class, in fact. If you didn't like it, then that's fine too. But yeah, very happy to share this with you all. It took me roughly 2 years, roughly, to complete this whole thing. Mainly because I listened to the songs over and over again, and the editing was really a lot. But overall, I had a lot of fun. And yeah, I in fact did play the original game from the SNES and completed it. Loved it. Freaking love Final Fantasy VI, man. And yeah. Am I gonna make more Final Fantasy centered videos? Maybe. But who knows? And with that, I bid you all adieu. I've been Metal Silver, and it's time to recharge. This has been Metal Silver, now signing off. Goodbye, everybody.